The lady,
Yeah,
okay, okay. Yeah, the lady, she was not a large lady. She wasn't overweight. It's just she was just doing too much cardio. So you can do too much of anything and you can tear your body up.
yeah,
That's why I say, well, listen, don't beat yourself to death with cardio. Discipline yourself with your diet. If
great.
you pick up too much body fat, then you're going to have to work it off. So don't get fat and you don't have to burn it off. See, that's the whole deal. Discipline yourself here. Eat good quality food. You should always see your abs year round. You should always see your abs. If you putting on muscle size to prep for a show or whatever, and you don't see your abs, that means you pick up too much fat, which
Yes.
means now you got to have some cardio or you got to cut back on your caloric intake. And now
Okay,
those calories need to come from carbohydrates and they need to come from fat.
great. So my next question, do you recommend minimal amount of protein per day? Like let's say for each kilogram of weight or for each pound, how much grams of protein do you recommend?
Well, I say for bodybuilding science, I would take in as much as a gram of protein per pound of body weight for bodybuilding. The
Yeah,
average person, let's say, Bill, let's say a female or your regular businessman or office person, you know, generally with them, it may be 100 grams of protein, 125. Some ladies may only be 75 grams of protein.
okay.
And if you look at what they're doing, when they write it down, normally it's going to be somewhere around that amount anyway. I like, I do different types of protein. Some may be, I love fish. I love free range natural eggs.
Yeah,
I also use like sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes is protein as well as low glycemic index carbohydrates. Then I
uh-huh.
also use lentils and lots of beans, so I do a lot of plant-based proteins. I never do beef. I didn't do beef even when I trained for competitions because it digests too slow and it's hard on the kidney
Yeah,
and the
great.
liver. Yeah.
Understood. And for someone, let's say like me, who is, let's say I am not enhanced bodybuilder, but I am bodybuilding. Like I don't consider myself like businessman or something. You know what I mean? Like I am very serious
Right.
about training. I train a lot of years. I train 6 days per week, 7 days per week, all the time. How much protein should I eat?
Your body weight, you said around 170 pounds.
I think in pounds, I will calculate it. I think about 180 something. But I,
Okay, well, that's about right. Generally, I would go 10 pounds less than my body weight
yeah,
because you,
okay,
you don't want to feed the body fat. You want to
okay,
feed the lean body weight. So if you're carrying 19% body fat,
yeah,
you want to at least drop the protein 10 grams less than your body weight.
understood. Yeah, so I will take my lean body weight and I will eat 1 gram per pound of lean body mass.
That's right. Yeah. Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
understood. And my last question about the nutrition, how much or how many meals per day do you recommend? And also the next question, does it differ for the goal?
Okay. Now it does differ for the goal. Bodybuilding science because you want to eat more frequency in order to so the body digests the food better. You
Mhm.
know, regular people sit down, they eat a lot at one time, which the body don't, it doesn't digest as easy that way. When you can have small servings, let's say if protein no more than maybe 40 grams per serving,
Great.
and then you want to have your vegetables or your fruit to help your body digest it. So that's why we would always break it up into maybe 5 to 6 smaller meals instead of 3 large meals.
Uh-huh.
That way your body will break it down better, digest it a lot easier. You
And this
know,
is for the two sides, like muscle building and also fat loss.
Well, for fat loss, for most people, I would have them do some type of like cardio fasting, for instance, like
Okay.
intermittent fasting. For
Yeah.
instance, you know, if they had something to eat at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night, they don't need to wake up the next morning and say, well, it's time to eat again. If they're not hungry, they shouldn't eat. You know,
Okay.
so what I would say is just wait till about 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock to eat so that
Yeah.
the body will feed on the stored fat or the
Wow.
stored carbohydrates that's sitting in the system.
It's great to hear from someone
Yeah.
like you, who is Mr. Olympia 8 times, that you are promoting the intermittent fasting for some people.
Yes. Yes.
So you
Now,
are,
if a person is having a problem with that's diabetic, you have to be careful there. You know, I
okay.
still like them to get some, you know, maybe some, let's say, walnuts in their systems, Ezekiel bread in their system, along with an egg. I'll be very careful with intermittent fasting with them. I'd rather lower their caloric intake and just give them a little bit at a time so that they don't have a drop in their sugar level.
Yeah, or a high insulin spike at
Yeah,
one time.
exactly. So you got to be very careful when it comes to those people. But other folks, they can do intermittent fasting.
Yeah, great.
And when that's the case, you only go maybe 2 meals a day, you know, because they're not training for competition. They just a business or office person. So they can go lunch and then the last meal should be probably around 6 o'clock that day. And if they want something later, maybe some fruit, mixture of fruit, or a nice salad with maybe a little tuna fish in it, something that's going to burn fast and that's got plenty of fiber in it. And they got to take water. Water is very important. You know, drinking about, you know, the 8 glasses, 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. Spring
Yeah,
water would be very good.
yeah. And my last question, this is something you talked about before at the podcast. You said that for women, generally, they should eat 1,000 calories, or I didn't understand right.
Yeah, for most women, the average is going to be around 1,000 calories.
Ah, okay.
Or, you know, 1,000. It could be less. The lady I just started training her recently, and she didn't have no breakfast this morning. She said, I'm not hungry. But you know, she's about 200 pounds, and she's a little bit chunky. You know, she's carrying more
Wow.
weight than she need to. So her body is feeding on the stored fat.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's her source of energy is her stored fat. So she's doing a lot of intermittent fasting, which is good. If she's
Yeah.
not hungry, her body's already being fed by the fat that she's holding.
Great.
And so she's not tired. She's got good energy. And see, that's how women's bodies are made up. They store fat and they store energy. You know, guys not like that. You know, we would get lightheaded or our insulin level will start to drop and we'll get a bit shaky. But it's not that, it doesn't work that way for most women.
Right.
Unless she's very small, slender, and have a ectomorphic or extreme mesomorphic body type. That's the only other time. But most ladies, they carry extra body fat. So
Okay.
that's extra energy.
Understood. Okay, so it was a great podcast for me. I learned a lot from you, and I hope one day I will get to USA. This is my dream,
Okay.
and I want to see you. And if we can to train together, I will come to you where you train. Do you have
Okay.
a gym or what?
Yeah, I have several gyms that I train out of. So we
Okay,
got several of them. Let me ask you, Michael, how far is Dubai from you?
Dubai. It's not far.
Okay,
It's
so I work with a company called, you've heard of Panata?
Penata.
Panata. Yeah, Panata.
Okay, I
It's an
will.
Italian exercise equipment company.
Ah, Penata. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Today I
Yes.
saw the video, I think at the gym in Jordan, and they talked about these machines. Okay.
Yes, yes, exactly. So probably in October, I'll be there with Panata.
Wow.
Me, myself, Ronnie Coleman, Sean Ray, Bob Check, and maybe Phil Heath. So
Wow.
maybe I'll let you know. We'll stay in touch, okay? Let's
Great.
stay in touch, and I'll let you know. It may be a possibility of doing something then. Okay.
Yeah, of course. Wow. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you
You're
for
more
your
than
time.
welcome. God bless you. You take care. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye.
Goodbye. I will talk to you about the podcast, okay? And when I will edit it and all of that.
Okay. Let me know.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.